Yo, what's up, man? This your boy Rebuke All Devils, man. And unfortunately, we have another officer involved shooting. Breaking news coming out of CBS Los Angeles. Protests erupt after deputies shoot, kill man in San Clemente. Several arrested. Let's check it out.
And we begin with breaking news. Arrests are being made in Orange County right now. Michelle Geely is there live with the latest for us. Michelle.
There is a protest going on in the middle of the street here. This is the general area where a man was shot by Orange County Sheriff's deputies yesterday. And this is transpired just over the past couple of minutes or so ago. You can see several deputies on motorcycles as well as in their units. They've taken over the middle of the street. We probably have some video from just a few minutes ago. At least 3 people were taken into custody. This happened all of a sudden. We've seen these protesters here for the past couple of hours. There are about 40 of them. This is not a big group. But then within the last couple of minutes, we saw at least a dozen deputies driving with their blue and red lights on, coming up El Camino. And they then immediately took over the area. They didn't want the protesters to be walking in the street. And we did see several deputies chase after someone who was trying to get away, one of the protesters. They took that man into custody. And then my photographer, Dave Turner, says that he was able to see at least 2 other protesters who were handcuffed and put in one of these vehicles here. So this is the scene right now here at San Gabriel and El Camino Real in San Clemente. Very, very fluid situation. We have not seen a lot of violence. The protest was very quiet, but the issue here appears to be that the protesters were taking over the street, that San Clemente, that's in San Clemente, El Camino Real. So you can see that the deputies are still showing up, wanting to keep the peace. Here in this area. Things are very congested. The traffic is all stopped here, and we don't know what this latest round of action is with these lights and sirens and deputies showing up, whether they do need to take more people into custody and just need more manpower. But there's a huge showing of deputies out here. And as I said, within the last 5 minutes or so ago, we saw them all kind of descend on this area as the protesters were marching up the street. Now, what I want to show you is new video that we've obtained from this deputy-involved shooting that occurred yesterday afternoon in San Clemente. It happened right in front of the Hotel Miramar. The video shows the struggle and what could be the moment that the man attempted to grab a deputy's gun. This is what the Orange County Sheriff is saying happened. In the video, all 3 are on the ground. That's 2 deputies and the man. The red arrow points at the man's arm at the point at which he allegedly attempted to get control of the deputy's gun. That is according to the officials. The Sheriff's Department says they are investigating whether this man gained full control of the weapon during the struggle. A witness says that he heard a deputy scream twice, "He's got my gun," and then 2 shots were fired. On the video, the deputies are seen giving CPR to this man, but he died at the scene. He is identified now as 42-year-old Kurt Reinhold of Los Angeles. Let's bring our camera back live now, because I'm hearing more lights and sirens, more Orange County Sheriff's deputies showing up here at this scene. This is okay, yeah, we've got some marked vehicles and unmarked vehicles. What we've got going here, just to bring you up to date, at 10 a.m. this morning, a protest was planned for this area. This is El Camino Real at San Gabriel. There are a lot of, this is a residential area right off the 5 freeway. There are a lot of businesses here. There's a car wash right across the street, a motel, and some different businesses. What happened just over the last few minutes or so, we saw this very small group of protesters come into the street. Now, that this is what I saw from my vantage point. I have no idea if anything happened on other side streets, but what we saw is that there was a small group of protesters in the street, and then we saw a parade of deputies, both on motorcycles and in black and white units, racing up to the area. Blue and red lights flashing, sirens going. We then saw the deputies circle one man who was in the street. They got him into custody. My photographer, Dave Turner, then shot some video of a couple more people, including a woman, taken into custody. I'm not seeing any of the protesters right now. I don't know what has happened to them, whether they have... Okay, I'm being told that they're standing on the sidewalks. So whether the deputies wanted to end this protest that was occurring in the street, and there were probably no more than 20 people in the street at the time, that may have been what went on here. We have no official word yet from the Sheriff's Department to get clarity on this because it's happening before our very eyes. But the deputies continue to roll to this scene. I'm hearing now more showing up, sirens are going, and the traffic has stopped here in the middle of the street. So the people who are trying to pass through, and this is a major thoroughfare, El Camino Real.
Well, there you have it, man. Man, I mean, it's like the number of police-involved shootings are just seem like they're skyrocketing here in America. You know, I mean, this is a deadly summer. Well, you know, I guess we could say summer's over with because, you know, we almost at the end of September. But man, this is traumatic. I mean, this have been active. And it's just like the climate between the citizens and the police is at its worst that I done seen in a long time. You know, we know it was bad in the 60s or whatever. You know what I mean? But I mean, and it was bad in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, the 2010s. And so now in 2020, I guess the trend just continues, man. You know, man, may that gentleman, you know, rest in peace. You know, I hope and pray that, you know, his family have some kind of closure or peace in this difficult time. I know they're not going to have closure because they lost a loved one. But I mean, you know, I hope the Father could just give them some rest, man, some peace. You know, it's tragic all the way around, man. You know, and you know, if what had happened is true, trying to, you know, reach for a deputy's weapon, that's not a smart choice. That's not a smart decision, you know. And you know, just to be fair, in situations like that and in a lot of dangerous situations, you know, the police have a hard time. They got a hard job. They have a dangerous job. I would never be one, you know. But you know, it's just, man, the atmosphere and the things that's been taking place is just sad. You know, but with that being said, man, don't forget to drop your comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and become a part of the fight against rebuking all devils. You know, let's let our comments and our voices be heard. You know, let's be on one accord for justice, for righteousness. With that being said, until the next episode, Shalom.